If you want your watercolor skies to look more spontaneous, or you're not sure how to paint a watercolor sky, I'm going to share with you my secret weapon on painting loose watercolor skies. By the way, this is video number 2 in a 6-part series on painting watercolor skies on sunny days. I'm going to paint a watercolor sky on a sunny day with some wispy clouds, and I'm going to use my secret weapon, a chip brush from Lowe's. And here's what it looks like. The bristles are uneven, and so you can get some uneven and more random effects, more like nature. The first thing I'm doing is I'm dipping the brush in some water to wet the page a little bit, and that's where I'm going to lay down the blue. I'm leaving spaces of white where the clouds will go. I'm attempting to make these look like cirrus clouds. And now I'm going to dip my brush into 2 colors, both the cobalt blue and the manganese blue hue. And I'm imagining the sun is on the left so that the sky will be lighter and darker on the right. I use a couple of colors because skies are not just one color. And you'll have to tilt your head to see where your water is. And it's starting to dry, but that'll be okay. Trying to make this a little bit uneven. A lot of times the clouds are at an angle. So a little more cobalt blue on this side. And then on the left side, a little more manganese blue hue. I need a little more color up here. Oh, I accidentally dipped into my burnt sienna. So I'll blend that in a little bit. Hopefully that won't show. Try to be a little more careful. And I like how these colors are blending, and you can see the suggestion of clouds because I painted wet into wet. So going with that effect, I'm going to do a little more of that inside this larger cloud to make it a little more transparent. Here I'm wetting just a few of the bristles to see if I can control it. This is the thing about watercolor, learning how to control it but letting it do its job. And that takes practice. Now I'm going to take a little bit lighter cobalt blue. Test that. It's not quite light enough. Down here so that it looks like we're getting closer to the horizon. Bristle there. That happens sometimes. coming back along the tape to try to sop up some of the paint so it doesn't seep back into the painting and cause a blossom. Another thing you can do to add a little bit of randomness is to come back, if the paper is starting to dry, dropping in a little bit of water so you can get some nice effects that way with clouds. I'm dampening this brush, or trying to dry the brush. This is threatening to make a backwash and I don't want that, so I'm lifting that paint. I'm also doing it when I'm trying to prevent a hard edge. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Let me go left-handed so you can see what I'm doing. Now it's time to let it dry. Here's the finished painting. Now that's a pretty good use of a brush that cost $1.28. If you have one, try it. If you don't have one, try it with a round brush or some other kind of brush you might have. And don't worry if yours turns out different from mine. It could even be better. If you want to see cirrus clouds painted with a round brush, check out this video.